I got news earlier that Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury have made it official. They're about to have a boxing match, people. Now, I'm not sure 100% as to when they're going to have this match, but they have made it official. And so I have a couple initial thoughts about this. First of all, I think this is going to be a huge match. I think this is going to be one of the biggest crossovers. If we're not talking about Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather, I think that's going to be a very hard crossover combat match to beat. However, I think this is going to be number two. I really do. And so let's get right into it. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to get right into the nitty-gritty of things. Who do I think is going to win and why? I think most of us are going to pick Tyson Fury. And I'm a part of that group. I'm a part of that group because, first of all, I'll talk about Francis first. Francis is a phenomenal fighter. I think Francis, he's a very powerful fighter. He's one of the hardest hitting, if not the hardest hitting ex-UFC fighter to ever come through the octagon. Now, with that being said, he's not going to be able to use wrestling, which he didn't really use in the UFC. However, if he's going against Tyson Fury in an MMA match, you can guarantee that he's going to use wrestling. He's going to grapple Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury, I think, is one of the worst matchups that Francis Ngannou can go against, especially for his first boxing match. And here's why. Tyson Fury is not only a pretty powerful individual in his own right, he definitely has knockout power, but I think the deciding factor in this is Tyson Fury's elusiveness, his ability to make heavyweights miss. He's a very elusive boxer. The way he moves as a heavyweight, it's very smooth, it's very elusive, and I think that's going to cause problems for Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is not used to going against that caliber of boxer. Therefore, he was able to touch them more. He's going to have a much different puzzle in front of him than he has ever been posed with in the UFC. UFC heavyweights, especially, there's nobody that I can really think of that Francis went against that is even remotely close to, let's just say, Tyson Fury's elusiveness. And Tyson Fury as a heavyweight is probably the most elusive, hard to hit heavyweight boxer that we currently have. And he's very composed. And like I said, in his own right, he hits pretty hard too. Because if you're a heavyweight boxer and you know how to punch, you're going to have some power behind your shots. That's just comes with the game of being that big, of being that massive. You're going to have some power behind your shots. And maybe he isn't known to be the most powerful heavy hitter. He may not even be on the same line as Francis Ngannou when it comes to, having that power. However, I think that's going to be obsolete in this fight. I think that's not going to really matter. I think Tyson Fury is going to be able to touch Francis all up and down his body and his face. I think Francis is going to have a very hard time because Francis also isn't a very, how can I put this? He doesn't couple his punches very well. He's a very pot-shotty kind of fighter. He doesn't throw in a lot of combinations to get the body moving. And with that being said, Tyson Fury is good at moving his body. He's very coordinated. And so I think this is a terrible matchup. I've got Tyson Fury with ease winning this fight. I would love to see more boxers come over to MMA and give MMA a try, because it seems to be that a lot of MMA fighters are going over to boxing and giving it a try. I would like to see the opposite. I know that we saw one boxer go against, what was it, Randy Couture? It was Tony, right? It was Tony. And Tony got crushed. And so I do think whenever fighters go into the opposite realm of their respective art, they're probably going to lose. I just think that this particular matchup is the worst matchup that you can give Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is a scary puncher, but there's a difference between being a scary puncher and a scary boxer. Francis is a scary puncher. Tyson Fury is a scary boxer. He's fought powerful strikers before. He fought Deontay Wilder. You saw how that went for the most part. He fought a lot of the who's in the heavyweight division who has power. And they had a hard time touching Tyson Fury for the most part. And so I don't think that Francis can throw enough combinations to be able to touch Tyson. I do think that Tyson Fury has the ability to knock out Francis because he does couple his punches. He knows how to maneuver around a lot of those punches, and I think he's going to confuse Francis. I think we're going to see a very timid Francis. I think you'll see sparks of Francis really going for it and trying to knock out Tyson. However, he's going to be confused, I think, a lot of the times. He's going to be thinking a lot of the time, and it's going to ultimately cause him to lose in a very, very bad fashion. And so, comment down below what you guys think about this matchup. I think it's hard to disagree with my take on this. But if you have a different take, if you agree, however you see it, comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.